So, a more fabulous you. We tend to focus on things that will help, and I tend to suggest things that you should do. What about things you should not do? What about let's do 7 things that I think you should not do. A bit of a negative issue there, but it's like a double negative. So don't do these things that you should not do. Kind of double negative thing. So 7 things, 7 helpful things. Number 1, we all tend to just think that the way to impress people is to work harder. And you put your head down and you work hard and you think, this is what I am, this is what I do, and here, boss, here's my work, judge me on my work. It's not about your work, it's about you as a person. You are not going to get noticed if you just are constantly down there doing your work, putting your head down, not putting your head above the parapet, and just supplying work like a production line. Here's another bit, here, putting it all over the place. What really would help would be to focus on people, focus on relationships, focus on getting yourself known in the workplace. Find people that can help you, mentors that you can listen to and talk to, and show them the person that you are outside of work. A boss of mine said, Ted Thomas in Hamilton, Ontario, McMaster, when I was interviewed, 3 questions he asked me were, what kind of car do you drive? Do you play chess? And do you drink whiskey? Those were the 3 questions he asked for my surgical residency interview. He knew I was good at what I did. He just wanted to know about me. So, first one is, don't put your head down and work harder. Number 2, don't compare yourself. That is really bad. We've actually talked about that. We've touched on that. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. You are unique. You are unique in the universe. Okay, you don't need to compare yourself to other people. What would help is if you look at other people and look at what their positives are and what their negatives are. I don't know about you, but I actually learned a lot from doctors and bosses and consultants that made mistakes, because I thought, I'm not going to do it like that. So I didn't compare myself to them, but I picked up on some of the positive points. David Charlesworth, do things right the first time. Achilles Toma, always be thinking one step ahead. I won't talk about the bosses that were negative, but I learned from them as well. So don't compare yourself. That's number 2. Number 3, this is my problem. Stop saying yes. Don't say yes. We all want to make people feel like we're accommodating and, I'll do that. But that's bad, because it puts pressure on you and it kind of dumps everything from them onto you. And you think that it's a great way to get noticed. It's kind of like point 1, keeping your head down and doing your work. Don't say yes, just stop. And instead of saying yes, go, can I get back to you on that? Or give me a couple of minutes, let me think about that. Or I'm busy right now with this, but I'll get back to you as soon as that, and write it down and promise to get. So do what you're going to do what you say, get back to them, but don't say yes immediately. Number 4, don't accept mediocrity. We've talked about this in the past as well. Don't accept the status quo. Don't accept that you've plateaued. Don't accept middle ground. Go one better. Always try and do something a little better. So don't accept mediocrity. Think about how you can build on your relationships. We talked about that. Don't sit around feeling sorry for yourself and making excuses, and don't let self-doubt cripple what you can do. But don't accept, just because you're in this position, don't accept it. Try and go forward. Don't feel guilty. Now, for the women who are watching this is often the big one for them, because they feel bad if they're leaving early to pick up kids, time off maybe for a kids event or something. You feel bad all night if you're working on a proposal, and you're feeling guilty for that. So it tends to be women feel guilt more than men. But in this age of equality, I think it is affecting men just as much now, that we feel guilty for maybe not turning up at your kids' school games or your kids' play, or because you're working hard. Well, some people say to me, my kids are the most important thing in my life. Well, yeah, of course they are. But do you know what? Actually, you are the most important thing, because without you, the kids would have nothing. So you are actually the most important thing in anybody's life. You have to be healthy and you have to look after yourself. So stop feeling guilty. Don't feel guilty. Don't be a tough guy or gal. Don't be one of these ball-busting kind of people that feels that you've got to be aggressive and angry and shout and try and bash the table and be obnoxious and rude and that kind of thing, because that's just wrong. You'll get done for bullying. That's the first thing. You don't have to point your finger anymore at people. Remember that. That's why the thumb is always good. Hey, how you doing? So, but don't be a ball-busting tough gal or a tough guy. Women, you don't have to be like men to be equal to men. You just have to be yourself. Men, you don't have to be tough to get to where you want to be. Okay, and sometimes in my job, I used to get shouted at all the time, and I'd get consultants going, Bagley, what the... And I'd go, you know what, sir, you're absolutely right. It will not happen again. Inside, I wanted to punch him in the face. But what I did was I diffused the situation by saying, no, you're absolutely right, and I apologise, and it will not happen again. And do you know what? I made bloody sure it didn't happen again, because I wasn't going to let them get to me like that. So, I could have been tough back in it, and all we'd have done is butt heads. That doesn't work. So don't be a tough guy. Just play it easy and apologise. Don't pull all-nighters. It doesn't work. You just get tired. You don't sleep, and you're cranky the next day, or you're not performing at your full ability there. So being well rested helps you keep composed. And there are challenging situations and BS that we face at work from all kinds of people. So if you're rested and healthy, then that is good. Exercises, including that exercise, will make you feel better about yourself. So those are the 7 things that I feel you don't do, if that's any help to you. Okay? See you soon.